and welcome walo Media Watch. Media Watch hemi one fala initiative lo Media Association of Solomon Islands, and before we go in lo program, we like to make it clear that this fala program hemi mainly for kata people we work lo media, and babai mi save looking mo kata editors and also kata senior journalist o kata na save come on inside lo this fala program where MASI hemi initiate team. So lo this fala program this week, you me happy for Garem Charles Kadamana, who hemi Chief of Staff, lo Island Sun, and then we have Robert Iroga, editor and also main man behind SBM Online and Spotlight. I think Spotlight them a little bit rest for this fala time, but behind me come back later. And me, Gina Kekia, moderator and host lo yumi lo Media Watch. Okay, thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming to the program Blayumilo this fala week. Media Watch me cut back for once a fortnight, but inside lo this fala 2 weeks here, you me looking plan the stories na media hemi been kavam story lo Mamara Tasivarongo, bomb explosion. Also, some fala comments been made lo one fala press statement where RSIPF hemi released him, I think last week or same, where media hemi karakil lo him. Sinopharm vaccine rollouts. Any kind of stories no maya, yemi been covered so far the past weeks. And me start first time with him Charles. Charles, I think one fala editorial where Island Sun him kavam, lo this fala Mamaro Tasivarongo where call lo government for clarifying request where Mamara Okata make him for payment. If you fala Charles, since you here representing Island Sun, you have a story come a little bit about him editorial where you fala make him. That one, and progress play fala for follow up to the story where Island Sun him cover.
Thank you, moderator. Yes, as you if you are aware, recently last week there was an article on letter of request been given to the government for making a payment. I think around $21 million. We follow up on the. Actually, the letter was posted on the social media, and we follow up on the letter, and we later find out that that letter was coming from the author of the letter was coming from somebody where is linked to logging, and that's why we decide for doing my editorial him, so that government come out clear and clarify what's the deal behind the letter of request. The main intention now is to government for be transparent when deal with them such a multi-million-dollar project like Mamara Tasivarong.
If able to get them response from government?
We will have still follow up, and we were given assurance from the government that they will
not to respond. I don't know responded to date where you may come on this fala program.
So hopefully
got a response soon.
Very soon.
Thank you, Charles. And for you, Robert,
yes, thank you, Gina. I think I would like to add what Charlie was saying. Actually, the letter was written to a couple of ministries, and Golo Commerce then CC to more than 2 ministries. Yeah? So the leakage could have come from welfare local ministries, not from Commerce. And if you look at the letter, photo I'm not really clear because I'm a little bit frightened. Okay, just to add on to that, I think the act of transparency is important law government blaming, because as far as Ms. Sabe, there should be a public-private partnership here. So I mean that the money also has to come from the banks, yeah. Then the government should be a guarantor normal. Government okay if you take on a bank, but by wakaman block government by renting what houses here, so by bank deal with him okata. So I think that's what. So probably the nature of the letter is go that way. Have now how me look at him, but I think what ask here now, this gave me the survey that really by government now should foot in bill. So I think the transparency aspect is important. So we hope the PS. Actually, I spoke to the PS and him say the response was coming, but we are still hoping by him come.
Either bagat respond come directly or bagat give come press release na. I think
it could be a press release.
It could be press release. I think we contact them and they assure that they will respond in the form of press release. So
Oh, okay.
hopefully-
That's the trend now.
Yeah.
They respond in press release. Okay, but then speaking of leakage of information, one fala information bin go out to ya Robert wahami regarding imilo media mi kam no this one na ya mi fala bin covered previously with him Alfred and Priestley this one mi regarding some fala lo kata correspondence we been happen or kata say that may happen and also kata mention him na email specifically when come to lo President lo MASI and then also kata make him some fala information to where hemi this one regarding PRC and SBM been mentioned inside to lo this fala letter and in that sense like the confidence you have no raising flags lo you lo how na information or same got on and whether him correct or no more.
Yeah, thanks. I think in this case, media are receiving end, yeah. So we are the ones normally get the information leaked to the public, yeah, and we got it from our sources. But right now, information was leaked to the public, and concerning me. So lo tinting belum hem fair enough, but I think if written by somebody who was among us, hem not concern belum should go through the process. On that issue, Charles would attest to the fact that we attended the meeting. It was a request from the PRC, so me attend on behalf of a small company, and we had a presentation, a 5-minute presentation, and then they created lo guangdang you got them one for a sister relationship. That's what they wanted to do, and then for look at training, look at capacity building, as well as other means too, what other means. So eventually, I said that certain companies will receive X amount of money and something else. But for company, no more. Me go attend purposely. I'm interested in e-communication, for somehow now for utilizing Facebook, internet, and all, especially the website, to make a bit of money out of it because currently in Silenia, so that's why I'm attend. And so far, me attend, but I will not get anything because I will not be signing any what I call them a shopping list for you because I don't believe in the principle of accountability and independence. Once a media house compromises to its principles, I have a problem to you. But then on the other hand, me also do agree with other colleagues that China give come lot of colleagues blame me. You also receive from other donors too, Australia, New Zealand, the UK. So I think it's about how you weigh positions blame them and how we see them. Yes, I think I'm not main argument of people. He said, you have to take him, but there are no agenda one. Yeah. So if, example, me ask him an ethical question, if me no accept him, but me accept him below another group, by alright? Yeah. So the only thing is don't accept. Yeah. But if you don't accept, like if you go school Australia, New Zealand, I'm funded by those people too. Yeah. So I think it's a matter of balancing normal and ensuring that you not compromise on ethics below you, independency below you, as well as the people and country below me. Because now some China is not really popular. You money will let it go with China, but man attack you now. So this is where I think the rationale of my argument lies. So I remain. I don't get anything, not a single dime. So I remain. No matter how many garam selling, I believe money will come in other forms. Yeah.
And Charles, your one follow kata staff play follow Island San hemi come out on social media and question him too. The things that hemi happen, especially amongst Yumi Selevatu and one relationship where China or PRC media hemi garam for you follow the newsroom play follow Island Sun, you follow look him this one and you follow deal with him or you follow able to speak with him or what the reporters play follow, especially when it comes to code of conduct and how they behave on social media.
Yes, actually, after the issue we posted out on the social media, especially Malaysia forum about engagement of a local media here with them, with China. I think, like Iroga said, we were invited for that for a particular Zoom conference. It's just a matter of we follow for updating with them with the media callings from China and what we how now experience and how journalists work here Solomon Island and stuck out or different reaction there are a lot of mixed reaction on that one. Some says by media law here easily fall into the hands of China, and they also question the independence of media law Solomon Island, and that one they have their right to express their consent, but me like for assure him that public number that Solomon Island is one of the media will stand strong law independence. Doesn't mean that we fall involved or the Zoom conference mean we will fall into China. We will always do our job. We will remain independent no whatever we will do.
Coming back to a code of conduct law at a journalist, from what newsrooms play for how are able for ensure that Okata also act accordingly. Because you say being journalist, you got a code of ethics, conduct where you need for waka follow me. And there was, I think, incident happened last week where one of the journalists from your newsroom, he go on social media and a conduct where he carry him out online. Some fella no was really happy with him. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, where he been happen lo newsroom lo you fella. But do you have a system in place where you fellas are able to make sure that okay, journalists lo newsroom lo you fella got act accordingly to follow how they're supposed to act when it comes to talking or raising issues on social media? If you got any system in place, or do you have editorials every morning where you also speak about those things?
Yes, me fellow law Alanson, we have a regular editorial meeting. That's where me fellow come and share him story ideas, including how me fellow present him level. And recently, I think one of our colleagues post him to the social media, and me fellow raise him our consent to him. Me fellow advise him and for him no going too much social media, and if I know me different people have different attitude too, so we will try our best. We always advise our reporters to always consider the media ethics when they do their job, and when it comes to social media, that one is a big challenge too, lo, I think even though we work very hard for giving what advice here, but what to get them on agenda. Not agenda, but they have their own interest for raising what the issues through social media, and it's something that we need for work hard more, so that we are protecting journalists too. For going too much on social media.
Thank you, Charles. Okay, Robert, one of the things that you may talk about, look at the news have been covered recently. Unfortunately, this fella incident will happen. You made on the 2 weeks ago or same, where it's a tragedy really. This fella World War II bomb explosion, and you were one that was able to bring in someone from the RSIPF EOD. I mean, Big Boss blog at Naya for come and talk law issues here. How do you, I mean, all time you may say that you may find him hard for getting people for come and comment, but at that time you were able to get him just good time no him come for speak now. How now you savvy describe him, and what now make him different that you able for take him person of interest or same for come and speak law program law spotlight?
Thank you, Jean. I think the important factor at the time was me say, this one happened and we need to educate our people. So education and information was the issue that I told the police that the boss blogger must come and talk and explain him not so much about the incident, but him about how he must have help avoid him those kind of incidents from happening by reporting. We look inside him at the UXO or the bomb, and then obviously not for touch him. And once you look him at the UXO, what now for do him? Put him red flag, right there. Him now, message him come with him. And according to him, Honiara is littered with UXO, UXO, but mostly low Eastern Honiara, him now bara base blame. then Henderson and Tenru factory na hamse. So if all man were established. So I was able to bring this patient and him enlighten, and there was a lot of reaction after this survey good now about. And that fala bomb where me kill him to follow patients, unfortunately to follow die from as a result, and to follow still hospital recovering him 30 centimeter na masih merula no ma and it ground. So what a cookie on top. So if you fire na hemi blast him quite serious blast where me or the debris will fly so far. So I'm say there's a blast na cause him injuries, then eventually or the die from. And one for something in Millennium too from talking to Nikki is that he no garam na law where him order motor police for go clear and place first time, yeah, before you have doing any building in the building. So what him come out now after we had a discussion is police is now looking at ensuring that this legislation for other EOD blame or so go clear them other places at probably at a reasonable cost for the citizens blame. But currently other private are doing, which is quite a big ask, and not everybody have afford them. So the result of the diablo kata to Falaya, unfortunately, with him or the injury and the bomb blast, him already bring us to a more serious dialogue lot issues here. So that's one of the positives that came out from discussions where we got them, and they're pushing for it. And the second thing from the discussion is that our government is not serious in talking to US and Japan to ensure they clean up their mess, and that one too need to be raved up. And I think the public has already. And one for something come out is that the two fellow countries, Japan and US, are more serious about removing the dead block from here than removing other bombs where and killing people.
Okay. And I think US been said that invest over the past decades they have invested more than 6 million. You think
maybe or the invest or the consultants block or probably the missions or kata What for something there, Gina, is that lawyer show anybody else find them, but only police blame garam expertise for outing. EOD or nama garam like or man consultant kami or sa automata bomb or the boys lawyer trained to do that. So you may need for capacitating now our RSIPF EOD unit because from story blow mituala gwala have no release ka bomb compare Vela and inside the Shortlands. They have more bombs than here. Yeah. And they have more bigger and dangerous bombs. So we need to go to save our people's provinces too. So only the EOD unit
Oh, thank you, Thomas Robert. And you suppose you just watch him come this for program, Hemi Media Watch, this and Hemi Initiative, the Media Association of Solomon Islands. And again, we must stress him that Media Watch, Hemi forget people where wakalo media no maya. So hemi looking mogata editors, weti mogata senior journalists, chief of staffs, sub-editors, ogata savekam, ogata big boss inside logata newsroom. Ogatna savekam inside this for program where media hemi story about him ota wakab lokata issues wakata bin kavam also ogata conduct lokata journalist inside lokata newsroom too, and ogata stories were been covered by the media where MASI hemi lead facilitator of this for program hemi question him ogata about him ogata stories and issues and also conduct lokata wakaman where waka inside lokata newsroom. So basically that's what Media Watch hemi for. And now Charles, coming back to the story block RSIPF yet you may looking one for a press statement hemi been released to last week or same to about 44-year-old man Logela where story hemi little bit what na team by me service not explicit little bit or kind of somehow got the right team hemi shared the social media and paper you may have him print a day later. You fala lo alansan how you fala kavam. You fala kavam o sem press release or you fala ranim storya o sem noma. This one, the 44-year-old man Logela.
Yes, thank you, moderator. I think that fala press release, there was a lot of reaction to him. I mean, the content of the way they structure the PR and some people complain that they should also include those who are involved in a little bit, Garema, this for mental thing, and lo mifala, I think, come back lo editors do, yes. I mean, me as a chief of staff, my role is just to delegate the job. But, the final say, editors, the alternate should not just take him the whole original PR and just publish him. And at least they should read through, and should there be any information or that it need to be included or need to be make him any paraphrase law, any wording that is too explicit, think him come back law editors too, no, that one. I think him say about the
Press statement
press
from
statement
police.
from
And nothing story hemi generating staka discussions through social media where people comment and make them attacks against the media in general where hemi cover everyone, even to the extent we could call them what reporters mental and kind of thing awesome. For you, Robert, do you think it's fair and how you cover them for your online platform?
Yeah, actually, press release about the police, they're quite interesting how what write them. They use terms where hemi legal terms or hemi in part of police investigation. But of late, me realizing too that some of me graphic detail, yeah, and that's particular press release actually me rewrite him. What happened in the kitchen, me no putum, yeah. I think you follow. But some of them as it is, and I think them have no straight. So him Charles was pointing out a good important point, yeah. You mean for editing good the press releases, yeah. Those of us who got time bound for him hourly and minute, yeah, him need important that you once him go on the public domain, him lo then, and then a lot of the press releases, yeah, as far as myself, also say from police Facebook, yeah, where him bar some everything, yeah, him go lo then. And then actually I was in a press conference, yeah, so when the news came, we were quite shocked, yeah, that somebody was able to rape him Marblem, yeah, 66-year-old and 44 or something. So we felt quite shocked. So I usually give a lot of hard time for Commissioner of Police, but that one me a little bit second too, because how that happened, yeah. So that question whether manya him ill or no, I have ask him. Unfortunately, I was in a press conference. We were quite shocked that this happened, and the police commissioner him detail him how it happened. But we asked other questions surrounding it, but we didn't ask how condition blow boss yet. So yeah, I think that's one area too. Jonas need for asking kind of question where people over the public is important, yeah. So that's and then the stories, yeah. I mean, you can use one word no more for capture everything. So I'm alleged to have raped. Finish now. No need for all the details, yeah. And then one argument when stuff come out, it's like court reporting or even there. When somebody under age, yeah, in my name under 12, no need for reporting village on emblem. Or the person go with him, advise they'll identify because it's protected under the law, kind of something. So you got some big challenges. I think newsrooms will diverse. Someone trained to a certain level or a need for support. So something where MASI want to look at is for training or the group limit for come to a certain equal level, yeah, kind of so.
Thank you, Robert, for that. And I think me cover staka issues too much, especially law or the stories have been covered inside the media, conduct media. I think just before me wrap up, any final comments no more you feel like for make him, starting with you, Charles, regarding work or anything at all. It's your chance to say it.
Yes, thank you, moderator. I think I mean just like for on behalf of of the journalists, I think these days in the world of technology where Facebook on the rise, it's just time you clicking on whatever you post in me, go upload public ne. I think for those of us journalists, we got this attitude of just get used for posting whatever you think. I think we need to think about our profession. As journalists, we should do more professionally. If you have any issue for racism, I think there are protocols where you need for racism. If you got any issue with journalists, I think we have MASI there. You can raise your issue through media association Solomon Island rather than just posting forum. And in terms of the covering of the news, I think in journalists too, we have to do more complement with them quality job so that they publish him quality stories. I think most of the time we were accused of bias and unbalanced reporting, and we should check. So I think the important thing now is when we covering what especially controversial issues, I think we need for make them verify the stories before we publish them. I think the public too, they deserve to have right information. They deserve to have correct information. So it's come back to us journalists. Time we go out and do investigative stories or stories that's controversial. I think we need for check and balance. I think I'm now very important.
Thank you too much, Charles.
Like putting across members.
Thank you so much, Charles. And for you, Robert?
I think I would like to add to what Charlie had said is other journalists, you mean for in messengers, for writing news, but we may not newsmakers in a sense that you may know cause some controversy where you may become headline than writing about the news. So minimum also no inside law on immigrant freedom and independency law handle everyone no. But we must behave as journalists when we have rules, we have regulations, we have codes of conduct for him follow me. And we are not just somebody who just for posting. One of something observe him now is that what our colleagues blame me, what seem to argue a lot of big issues here. What comment a lot of big issues where once you comment on a certain issue, yeah, you already supporting that or you giving your opinion. You're no longer independent. Yeah, man. So that's what we find him. I can see journalists or even media people what comment a lot of big issues here where supporting somebody or supporting this, that, and that. Yeah. But okay, write a story or okay, by so a question of ethics. If you don't want to be seen to be taking sides, remain neutral. You like make fun own wall blue, but you not spoil another man. Yeah, yeah, and you not spoil another colleague blue. Yeah, because the moment you spoil another colleague blue, by hitting you bike. Yeah. Yeah. So that's very important. For neutrality blue, keep out from the domain of big news. Yeah, make fun of other things, but don't express your opinion on an issue because by doing that you already unfair. You already doing injustice to the issue. I think I'm not
Thank you too much, Charles and Tim Robert Titfala para sa good program blame for this week. And the viewers, we hope you've all been enlightened. Look at the stories and information have been shared by Charles and Tim Robert, especially for you, Lo Media Watch. So on behalf Lo MASI, where he initiated this program, thank you fala for stop with me fala. Look forward for him stop sit down with him another program or next time, same place. Here, Lo TTV1. Mijina Kekea, moderator and host. Wishing you fala a good week ahead.